You ever reach that point where you're tired of watching someone play the victim in a situation they clearly caused themselves? Yeah, that's where I was when my cousin called me crying, saying her husband had finally moved out. But before you think I'm heartless, hear me out. She's been cheating, lying, and playing emotional games for years. I've sat through her drama, watched her manipulate everyone around her, and somehow always end up being the one to comfort her after she blows everything up. But this time, I snapped. She called me last week, bawling about how her husband abandoned her and didn't even try. And I just couldn't do it anymore. I told her, straight up, you didn't lose him, you pushed him away. And then I said the line that apparently turned me into the villain of the entire family. You ruined your own marriage. Now everyone's mad at me. My aunt says I kicked her while she was down. My mom says I should have just stayed out of it. But what nobody's saying is that my cousin has been walking all over her husband for years, and I was the only one who finally told her the truth. So, am I really the bad guy here? Okay, so some backstory. My cousin, let's call her Lena, is 31. She's always been dramatic, impulsive, and a bit of a control freak. Growing up, she was the golden child. Straight A's, pretty, popular, always knew how to get her way. Her husband, Ryan, on the other hand, is the total opposite, calm, quiet, the type of guy who apologizes even when he's not wrong. They got married about 6 years ago. Everyone thought they were a perfect match. But honestly, anyone who really knew them could tell it was a ticking time bomb. The first red flag? Lena never respected him. She'd make little digs, calling him boring, lazy, or saying he lacked ambition. Meanwhile, Ryan worked full-time, paid most of their bills, and still cooked dinner half the week. She used to joke, Ryan's basically my second child, and we'd all laugh awkwardly, pretending it wasn't cruel. Fast forward to last year, Lena starts complaining that she's bored in her marriage. She tells me, I just feel like we don't have passion anymore. I need excitement. I told her, that's normal sometimes. Maybe you guys just need a break or a weekend trip. But Lena doesn't do healthy communication. She does impulsive decisions. So what does she do? She starts texting her ex-boyfriend, Derek. Yeah. The guy who cheated on her in college. At first, it was just harmless catching up. Then it turned into late-night calls. Then, well, you can guess. She cheated. When I found out, I begged her to come clean to Ryan. She said she didn't want to hurt him. Translation, she didn't want to deal with the guilt. So she lied. She told Ryan she was working late or seeing friends. Meanwhile, Derek was sending her flowers at her job. Months went by, and her guilt started eating at her. But instead of confessing, she began picking fights with Ryan, constantly criticizing him, making him feel like he was the problem. You never take me anywhere. You don't make me feel special anymore. You're just so dull. Ryan tried everything, therapy, surprise dates, even learning to cook her favorite meals. But nothing was enough. And then came the explosion. One night, Ryan found a text on her phone from Derek. Nothing explicit, but it was enough. He confronted her, and she denied it at first. Then, when she realized he had proof, she broke down crying, saying, it was a mistake. I was lonely. Ryan didn't yell. Didn't throw anything. He just packed a bag and left for the night. Lena called me immediately, hysterical. He's leaving me. I don't know what to do. I told her, you need to be honest. Tell him everything. Apologize. But instead, she doubled down. She told everyone, her parents, our family, even her friends, that Ryan emotionally neglected her and made her feel unwanted. For months, she painted herself as the victim. And our family, they bought it. They kept saying, Ryan should have been more affectionate. He probably drove her to it. Meanwhile, I was the only one who knew the full story. Ryan and I actually talked a few times. He wasn't angry. Just broken. He said, I tried so hard to make her happy. I just don't know what I did wrong. It broke my heart. Fast forward to a few weeks ago, Lena calls me again. Ryan officially filed for divorce. She was sobbing, saying, he's giving up on us. I thought we could fix it. And that's when something in me snapped. I told her, Lena, you cheated on him. You lied to him. You made him feel worthless. And now you're acting shocked that he's done. You didn't lose him, you pushed him away. She went silent. Then she said, "Wow. You're just like everyone else. Judging me." I said, "No. Everyone else keeps pretending you're the victim. I'm just being honest." She hung up on me. A few hours later, my aunt, her mom, called, furious. "How could you say that to her? She's already in pain." I said, "Maybe she needs to hear it so she stops doing this to people." Now, half my family thinks I'm cruel and unsympathetic. But honestly, I'm exhausted. I've spent years comforting her after she creates chaos, failed relationships, drama with coworkers, friendships she's destroyed, and every time, it's someone else's fault. Not this time. Ryan deserves peace. And Lena, she deserves a little reality. It's been a month since that conversation, and Lena still hasn't spoken to me. I've heard through family that she's trying to work on herself, which I genuinely hope is true. But apparently, she's also telling people I betrayed her, that I should have supported her unconditionally. And honestly, that part makes me laugh. Because unconditional support doesn't mean lying to someone when they're wrong. It means caring enough to tell them the truth, even when it hurts. My mom told me I should apologize for the sake of family peace. But what peace are we talking about? The kind where we all smile and pretend Lena didn't wreck her marriage? The kind where we let her keep playing the victim while the actual victim, Ryan, gets ignored? No thanks. The truth is, I didn't say what I said to be cruel. I said it because I'm done enabling her. Sometimes, love isn't soft or gentle. Sometimes, it's saying the harsh truth out loud so someone can finally grow up. Maybe Lena will hate me forever. Maybe she'll thank me someday. I don't know. But I do know this, she didn't ruin her marriage in one night. It was 1,000 little choices she made over time. 1,000 lies, dismissive comments, and moments she decided her ego mattered more than her husband's heart. And the only way she'll ever change is if someone finally stops pretending she's innocent. So yeah, maybe I am the asshole in her story. But I'd rather be that than the fake friend who stayed silent while she kept wrecking her own life. What do you think? Was I wrong for saying it out loud? Or was it about time someone told her the truth? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Reddit stories where honesty hits a little too hard.